Hi, I am Srijata Sen from Filmfare and today I have with me someone very special, Mr. Vishnu Manchu for Kannappa. Hi sir, welcome to Filmfare. How are you?
I'm doing good, Miss Sen. How are you?
I'm fine. This is of course your dream project. So I would like to know what inspired you to take this particular story?
I think the journey of an atheist becoming Lord Shiva's greatest devotee was something for me, the character arc. Why would somebody just, believe something all their life and then at one point of their life realize that they've been wrong all their life and have flipped and go, doing a U-turn and, becoming a devotee. That character arc was something which was very fascinating for me.
Is this something you also relate to on a personal level?
During the filming of the movie, yes, I did.
So you are obviously playing the lead character and you're also involved on a production level. Which was more difficult, being the face of the film or handling things production wise?
Frankly speaking, I didn't find any difficulty at any point of any given time. There were challenges. I wouldn't say there were not challenges. As an actor, I never faced a challenge. But as a showrunner of this project, there were some challenges, but nothing which could derail my concentration or jeopardize my day-to-day life.
And this film, of course, we have your father in this film, you are there, your son is there. So three generations coming together.
I was more like a production manager when my son was doing his scenes. I have twin daughters. Even they are singers. They sang the Sthala Purana of Srikalahasti, and you'll be seeing them in the very beginning of the film. So Avram, my son, plays the younger version of me. He was 4 years old when he did the role. When he was 2 years old, he hardly could walk, and he could da ba ba da da ba da. That's the language he used to speak. He used to speak that monkey language.
Yeah.
Okay, and he comes up to me. There was some song of mine playing on the TV, and I was like laying down on the sofa. He goes to the TV, he taps that and says, Nana. Nana in Telugu means dad.
Okay.
So he said, Nana, I want to be. He said, you want to be on TV? So I was just thinking, I'll just shoot him on the phone and just beam it on it. He said, no, I want to be actor. He was 2 years old. It was a beautiful moment for me. And then when there was a character on this, I said, okay, let's train him, let's coach him. So we hired a coach, we got him trained, and then, he came and he performed. And my dad walked him through to the entire scene and, was there prompting him the dialogues and everything.
That's so sweet. And you must feel like a really proud father seeing your daughters and your son do so well.
Yes.
Again, the film has really good names. Mohanlal sir, Akshay Kumar, Prabhas. Was it difficult getting so many people on board, especially Akshay sir and Prabhas? How did that casting happen?
No, I'm grateful for all of them for having accepted it. Prabhas took a few seconds to say yes. He didn't think. I asked him, he said yes. Mr. Mohanlal also just said yes. And Mr. Akshay Kumar, to reach out to, because the other two people I had personal rapport with, so I could reach out to them. The other two people, Mr. Akshay Kumar, I had to, my managers, their managers, they were going through it. The red tape was all there. And crossing that, once I reached out to him, immediately said yes. So I'm grateful for it too.
And can you share some anecdote from the set? Because having so many people, so many talented, experienced people on set, I'm pretty sure there must have been some fun moments, some learning moments as well.
Most of it was fun moments.
Okay.
Oh man, we all, we were filming with different people, but the longest schedules was, with the actors where we locked them up for 45 days, a bunch of actors. It was like one big family party. Every day, we used to have lunch together. It was like from morning to evening, you're stuck with, the same people. You do not have anybody else to go with. So it was beautiful.
You said in some of your previous interviews that with this film, you're trying to combine the Indian storytelling with the Lord of the Rings approach. So tell us about that. Why Lord of the Rings? Are you like a fan of the...
I'm a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings books, movies, and now even the series. So when I heard the story, I felt like this has got a potential to be of that scale. And when I went and visited New Zealand and I could see that happening there, So that's the reason why we went and filmed in New Zealand also, because the color temperature, the sky, the water, the greeneries, everything was phenomenal.
Do you think Indian filmmakers or Indian cinema industry, the entire Indian industry, is at a place where we can produce more stories of this production, this big production value, like you just mentioned, Lord of the Rings?
Of
Where
course.
do we stand in that?
See, I think our, it's not about the budgets are growing. If the story is told right, see, ultimately it doesn't lay on the budgets. It lies on the efficiency of storytelling, how good the director is and how well he's been able to tell the story. And one prime example is Mr. Rajmouli. Okay, and of course Mr. Sanjay Leela Bansali also is one prime example. Mr. Raju Hirbani also is a prime example. If you can mount your movie and tell the story at a large scale, it will work.
The filmmakers that you mentioned, their films have truly received appreciation from all over India, not just any one particular industry. Do you think that the division is really, like the divide is really fading now, the North, Bollywood, South,
There's
whatever?
no more division.
No more, you feel that?
No more division. My movie, the minute it's released, if it's coming on OTT, the same day someone in Manipur also is watching the Hindi version of the film, and someone in Punjab is watching the Hindi version of the film, and someone in Kerala is watching the Malayalam version of the film. So my movie is appreciated everywhere in a language they are comfortable with. And if my movie is not dubbed, if they've heard of my movie, or if they come upon my movie, they watch it with English subtitles.
I was going through the story of Kannappa, and he sacrificed his eyes for Lord Shiva. And as you said at the beginning of the interview, from an atheist to being so devotional that he sacrificed his eyes. Now, personally, it's good to be devoted to someone, God, be it a god, a deity, or a human being, whatever. But at some point, you need to draw a line.
The story is about unconditional love. There's conditional love, there's unconditional love. So that you'll have to experience it only when you come at the crossroads. And the story of Kannappa also is a very beautiful message in it. It's not about the rituals. It's about how pure your devotion is. It's not that I don't eat non-veg, I'll sleep only on the floors. On Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Monday, I'll be fasting for so-and-so God. God never asked us to fast. He never told us. And that, there's a dialogue about Prabhas also in the movie in lines of this. So it's a very beautiful thing. The message is that forget about rituals. It's about how pure your heart is at the end of the day and how unconditional your love is what it matters. Drawing a line, unconditional love is different. Tolerating is different. Those are two different things. So what probably you mean is that if you love someone and if you're not reciprocating it, or if they're not treating you well, don't tolerate it. Your love for that person should be there. But you should not tolerate, things which are not right. But when this movie, there's nothing you can always give as much as love to God or to your loved ones, and there'll still be a lot more to give. The one thing which is never ending in life is giving positivity and love.
That is the core message of the film.
Yes.
I was going through the promotional events of the films, and I think one of the actors said that anyone who trolls the film, that person will be cursed by Lord Shiva. I really want to know your views on that.
No, we were all laughing when Mr. Raghu Babu said that, because he said it at a spur of a moment. And I also think that, it was actually, the situation was that it was more like a banter which was going on.
Yeah.
And what he said in a moment of jest turned out to be, a noise, such a big noise. So we're all just taking it with a pinch of salt and we're just laughing about it.
So now when you look at the reaction and all the musicians like discuss this, sit with each other and laugh about it.
I just called him, because earlier to this interview, someone was telling me about it. I called him and I said, I call him Anna. Anna is elder brother. Bhaiya, did you hear this? What you said is, he was laughing about it. He was like, yeah, I've got enough popularity which I haven't got all these years.
That's great. In your career, you handle a lot of roles. How do you juggle all of them?
I think being an actor is what I want to be, and I think in this life, I just want to stay true as an actor.
So acting is your first passion and everything else that you handle comes after that.
Totally.
And do you have any plans of working in a mainstream Bollywood films or collaborating with more
I would
people
love
across
to.
the industries?
I would love to collaborate. I would love to collaborate.
What are some of the genres that excite you?
Action comedies.
Action comedies.
Yes, but right now my mindset, action comedies got me to where I am today. But right now I want to tell stories which I'm very, very fond of on the stages like Kannappa, on more historical films. I have quite a few which are being written, and I would want to bring it forward.
Like you mentioned, Lord of the Rings, this is something that is globally popular. We are sitting here and talking about that, the books, the films. Do you want the same thing to happen with your film and your film reach that
I would
level?
love for it to. I would love for it to do that.
And what are some of your upcoming projects then?
I've parked everything in the back burner until the release of Kannappa because this is a big ticket film and I'm waiting for it to come. And I'm just keeping my fingers crossed it works because this will give me the encouragement to do and tell a lot more stories.
So right now, you are nervous or scared or excited or
I'm
feeling all of
excited
those things?
and I have butterflies in my stomach. I'm treating this as my first film and I want it to work and I want it to work big.
Now, has your father's film legacy impacted your career or your thought process as an actor?
100%. In the very beginning, it did. I had the weight of my father's image on me, and to live up to his image, it was too much. And I have my own struggle even till today. You know, when people look at me, they'll be like, "You don't have your father's diction in the language. You don't have the way he tells the dialogue." I'm like, "Yeah, of course, hell no. He became a legend only because of he could do that. If I could do that, I'll be a mimicry artist. I got to figure out where I fit in."
But also the thing with people coming from film families, if you do things like him, people will say, oh, he's just copying his father, he
Yes.
got it from his father. So it is important that you don't do things like him so that you have your own identity and make your own mark as an actor.
Exactly.
So is the struggle still going on or have
It
you?
will always be. It will always be. Plus, because my father is very active doing films, and that will always a constant comparison will be there.
What was the best and the worst advice that was given to you in terms of your career?
The best advice I ever heard is that follow your heart. And the worst advice is that everything else everybody else gave.
That's good. Thank you so much for this lovely conversation. I wish you all the best for the release of the film. Once again, best of luck and have a good day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Sam.
Thank you for watching.